I guess that Johnny's so lovely because he doesn't just come in on his lonesome, he brings in beautiful people, beautiful, gorgeous people, and today that person is Amelia Grace Bell. Lovely, lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you both.
And the reason why you are here, something you say that we should be watching as well, once you get through Traitors, is Loaded in Paradise, the first reality TV show on ITVX. Tell us about it, Amelia. What do we expect? How does it work?
So we sort of all got approached and they basically said to us, you're going to have a gold card loaded with as much cash as possible and you're going to be living your best life. So of course, obviously you're like, yeah, like I'm going to do that. What they didn't tell you was that if you didn't have the gold card, you'd be living in the slums, in the worst hostels that they could find.
What do you need to do to make sure that that didn't happen to you?
It's basically, the best way I can describe it is a massive game of Tig. So if you're it, then you're it. If you're not, then like you're literally living the worst life. Like the blisters on the first day, I can't even tell you how bad.
Because you're running around the whole of Greece. So the different islands of Greece, they move 3 times, and so you're running from one side of the island to the other to try and find this gold card, aren't you?
Yeah. So essentially, the way it started was we all had these watches, and there's a Greek god called Plutus.
Oh, that's because it's on a Greek island, right?
Yeah, it was filmed all over Greece. So he's basically being like, "This is my gold card. I'm giving it to you. Here it is." Told us a location, like a mystery location that we had to work out.
Oh no!
Yeah, and then
terrible at that sort of stuff.
And at Google Maps, that was all we had. Well, I can't work maps in the UK, so let alone try it in Greece. So then, and it was like an Android one as well. It wasn't even the Apple one that I'm used to. So we were,
what a hard life!
I know. So we were literally wandering around in circles. But yeah, so essentially there was 5 pairs to start with. The first ones that, got there running around Athens, they had it to start with. Yeah. So we're like, right, okay, now you've got to get it off them. So the only clue that you have is when they make a spend, you get the location through on your watch.
So when you say get it off them, so if you do find them, how do you get it off them?
Literally just tap them.
Like tag.
Yeah.
Oh,
we call it tag in London.
Nice.
Tic-tac.
Yeah.
So if you did get the card back, does this mean you could start living at large? Is it £50,000 on that card? And you spend it on
whatever you want. So, I mean, obviously within reason, we couldn't go on like, one of them quad bikes or anything like that. But, the most expensive champagne, restaurants.
Could you get watches, perfume, makeup? Could you take it home with you? How does it...
No, we weren't allowed, because I thought, oh, well, this is great. Every day I'll send this money home to my house and then I'll have a huge wad of cash waiting.
Yeah.
Ordering online, everything, but no. you couldn't. You couldn't order anything online or buy anything like a car or clothes or anything like that. It was more like experiences. So
and did you have
massages.
To spend it all?
No, you just had to. It was just what you wanted to spend it on, essentially. So you could go on jet skis, just whatever you wanted to do.
Oh,
but you've got to bear in mind, if you choose to have a massage, you're like a sitting duck. Someone could find you there, and obviously
it's gone.
Yeah, and then once you've been tagged, then you're back to being a spender and you're living in a hostel. So
and also there's only so many expensive places you can go to around those resorts. So like the 4 Seasons, you're at one night, and if you're thinking, where are you going to be? Are you going to be at this beach or this club? Well, there's only how many special beach clubs there.
Oh,
so you can just go there.
Can you be like, okay, so you pay to spend the night at one hotel, but then you go and spend the night at another?
Not really.
No,
I mean, obviously you've got logistics, but I think it was just like you would go to an expensive restaurant, so you'd go to wherever, but obviously on the Google Maps, all you had was this Google Maps. So you were Googling, we were all putting in 5-star, because we knew if you got the gold card, you're going to go to the most expensive place. So when we were on the island of Ios, that was tiny. There was only one 5-star restaurant, 5-star hotel. Wow. So you that's where we knew they'd be. So a lot of the time, that's where the catches were happening, because you'd work out where they were going.
So all the episodes have dropped on ITVX?
Yeah, all 15 episodes, but it is coming out on ITV2 in a couple of months as well.
But the great thing about the show is it's escapism. There's a little bit of drama and there's a little bit of tension, but it's so minuscule that you actually get to enjoy learning about different places in Greece. It's quite exciting as well, because I don't know how it was filmed, but it looked like you had helicopters and drones following you because you're properly running. And it's just that show where you can just switch off for an hour and just go, do you know what, I just want to relax. I don't want any drama around me. There's enough in the news. Let's just switch off and have some good escapist TV.
Yeah. How did you find the experience?
I mean, it was the best experience I could ever experience. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't call myself a runner in any way, but after that, I felt like
Did you actually have to run?
Yeah, absolutely. When we were running across the beach, that scene, honestly, the adrenaline, I don't know where it comes from. It's ridiculous.
But there was some running where you had to run for like 20 minutes, half an hour, and not all of you. And I think it's fair to say this: not all of you are athletically fit.
No, absolutely. I hadn't trained. Not at all. We didn't think we'd be running around, in the heat of the day. We were actually running around Athens in a heat wave. It was like nearly 40 degrees, and we had our rucksack on. We were sweating. We didn't know where we were going. The girls all had like glam hair and makeup because we were like, yeah, we're going to be glamorous. Next minute we're running. I hadn't even worn the right bra. I was like, this is just a nightmare. Like, what is going on? But overall, you look back and you think this is amazing. This is the best experience of my life.
And do you win anything? Do you get anything at the back of it?
Yes.
Hopefully that credit card with 50,000 grand on it.
So we didn't actually know at the time. We just thought it was just an experience. But then you have like safe houses, which is kind of where the drama unfolds. And at the first safe house, they do reveal that there is a cash prize. So obviously that ups the stakes.
Okay, so what's the drama? What's the goss?
The drama and the goss. So you've got 5 different safe houses. Obviously, there's eliminations. That is quite dramatic.
Yeah.
Like Big Brother nominations, you literally nominate who do you think should leave because they're a bit of a threat to us or we don't really like them. Because you created like these friendship groups as well, where you actually became friends with the other contestants, where you actually liked being with them. Some as friends, some as more than friends. Not saying anything.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just giving you the eye of what happened.
Amelia, yes. Did anybody, any of you guys get it on?
I think when you're in, you're all together in a hot country, everyone's single, and you're in this intense experience. Everyone's like so lacking in sleep as well. Yeah, you do form friendships with people that sometimes are deeper, and there was like flirting going on, absolutely, and like there was a lot of flirting off camera as well. Like some of the flirting they decided to roll with on camera, some they didn't, but there's a lot of things that happens off camera when the cameras stop rolling that is very juicy.
So how do you feel that it'll be, because obviously you filmed it last June, the show's now gone out, it went out a couple of weeks ago, people are going to be binging it out, but then it goes to ITV2 and I presume it will go in a 9 o'clock slot post Love Island, which is like 2-3 months time. How do you feel then that you're going to have a whole brand new audience then, and you've kind of moved on with your life since then?
I think it's going to be interesting, but the only feedback I've had really is positive.
You can't not.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I have seen some tweets talking about other members of the cast that haven't been as nice, and I am glad that obviously it's not aimed at me, but I feel like overall when you look at other reality shows, the negative comments on this show have not been anything compared to some of them, which is nice, because I think they realise we're all just real people. We're not, influencers trying to be, something. Everyone is just a normal person that's literally just thought, I want to live my best life.
I was going to say, though, has it changed your life being on the show, having it streamed on ITVX, or do you think things might just kick off when it gets to ITV2?
It's hard to say. With it being a new show, it's not Love Island. You just don't know. It could, pop off and be even bigger, or it could just be, that was a nice show that I watched, but it's nothing.
What's your day job?
So I work in a gym.
So you are fit, or is it not maybe physical?
Yeah, so I did a lot of weight training. That's what I tend to do, but cardio, I just never did.
Gotcha.
So, of course, to suddenly go from, lifting weights to then running across a beach, that's quite intense. And the girl that I was on with, Millie, she's got really bad asthma. So she was like, I need my inhaler, like every second. It was...
This is Talk TV.